Good evening and welcome to the regular meeting of the Frankfort Village Board. Tonight is Tuesday, February 20th, 2024. We're having this meeting on the Tuesday night instead of our normal Monday night because yesterday was President's Day and a holiday. We'll call this meeting to order and we ask our clerk, Katie Schubert, to take the roll.
Mayor Ogle?
Here.
Trustee Ledden?
Here.
Trustee Savaria? Trustee Rigoni?
Here.
Trustee Petro?
Here.
Trustee Borelli?
Here.
Trustee Rossi?
Here.
Attorney Lamore?
Present.
Police Chief Chalepis?
Here.
Village Administrator Pisha?
Here.
And Assistant Administrator Barica?
Present.
We have quorum.
Thank you, Clerk. If everyone would please stand with me and we'll say the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. The next item on here is what we call the consent agenda. All items on the consent agenda are considered to be routine in nature and will be enacted in one single motion. There will be no separate discussion of these items unless a board member so requests, in which event that item will be removed from the consent agenda and will be considered separately. At this time, I ask if any of the board members would like to remove an item from the consent agenda. Hearing none, can I get a motion and a second to approve the consent agenda? Second. We have a motion by Trustee Petro, second by Trustee Borelli. We will go through these items so that those who are in the audience be watching, our tigers that might be watching today. That packet is available on the village website, and you can see exactly what it is that your village board is voting on, what your government is approving. On the consent agenda, we had first the approval of the minutes from the regular meeting on the February 5th, and we will now go to the approval of the bills. Go to Trustee Ledden.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. So tonight, the bills total $530,759.57. They consist of the general corporate fund for $262,396.22, the capital development fund for $86,560.67, the sewer and water operating and maintenance fund for $174,526.93, and the sewer and water extension fund totaling $7,275.75. Just a couple items to note. Included in there was the purchase of a 2024 Ford F-350 from Curry Motors for $50,785. And then a payment to Robinson Engineering totaling $60,655 for their participation in 13 projects with the village. So obviously a lot going on. And then there were quite a few trips to Home Depot and Park Hardware. So obviously everybody's very busy here. So that's all I have for tonight. Thank you.
Thank you, Trustee Ledden. Now we'll go to Committee of the Whole report, and we'll go to Trustee Rigoni for the next two items.
Thank you, Mayor. The first item is demolition and site clearance of 2 Smith Street bid award resolution. The Village of Frankfort solicited competitive bid proposals for the demolition of the one-story industrial warehouse office building and adjoining asphalt parking lot located at 2 Smith Street, commonly known as the Framelco property. At its February 14, 2024 meeting, the Committee of the Whole reviewed the 11 bid proposals submitted for the project and forwarded a recommendation to the Village Board to accept the low bid and award the contract to Legacy Land Management in the amount of $13,010 for the project. The motion before us is to accept the recommendation of the Committee of the Whole and adopt a resolution authorizing the execution of a contract between the Village of Frankfort and the Legacy Land Management for the demolition and site clearance of the one-story industrial warehouse office building and adjoining asphalt parking lot located at 2 Smith Street for a total cost not to exceed $13,010. The next item is the Pfeiffer Road Standpipe Painting Project Engineering Services Agreement Resolution. The Village of Frankfort operates 6 elevated water tanks and performs maintenance inspections on each tank every ± 5 years. In 2019, Dixon Engineering inspected the 3 million gallon standpipe located at 8847 West Lincoln Highway. The final inspection report noted spot failures to the substrate with rust undercutting, rust bleed through, and delaminated paint top coat. Damage to the internal cathodic protection system was also discovered at the time. The report recommended both the interior and exterior of the tower be repainted within 5 to 6 years and that the cathodic protection system be replaced. At the February 14, 2024 meeting, the Committee of the Whole considered a proposal from Dixon Engineering in the lump sum of $114,950 for professional engineering services related to the repainting of the tower, which includes preparation of design plans and specifications, preparation of bid documents, bid assistance, and construction-related services. The cost of the engineering work is included in the fiscal year 23-24 budget. Repainting of the tower is anticipated to occur in the fiscal year of 24-25 with an estimated cost of $1,524,000 plus or minus. It was also the consensus of the committee to forward a recommendation to the village board to enter an agreement with Dixon Engineering for the project. The motion is to accept the recommendation of the Committee of the Whole and adopt a resolution authorizing the execution of an agreement between the Village of Frankfort and Dixon Engineering, Inc. for professional engineering services related to the repainting of the 3 million gallon standpipe tank storage tank located at 8847 West Lincoln Highway in the amount of $114,950.
Thank you, Trustee Rigoni. Next item on here is also from the Committee of the Whole report, and we'll go to Trustee Pedro.
Thank you. Verizon Lease Agreement 20254 South Graceland Lane Resolution. At the February 14th Committee of the Whole meeting, staff presented a lease agreement between the Village of Frankfort and Chicago SMSA Limited Partnership doing business as Verizon Wireless for the existing water tower located at 20254 South Graceland Lane. The lease agreement stipulates the requirements, terms, and provisions for a telecommunications service system facility on the site. The lease includes an initial term of 5 years with the option to renew for 4 additional terms. It was the consensus of the committee to forward a recommendation to the village board to enter into a lease agreement with Verizon Wireless as presented. The motion before us is to accept the recommendation of the Committee of the Whole and adopt a resolution authorizing the execution of a lease agreement between the Village of Frankfort and Chicago SMSA Limited Partnership doing business as Verizon Wireless for use of the site located at 20254 South Graceland Lane for a telecommunications facility. Thank you.
Thank you. And now we'll go to Trustee Rossi for an item from the Plan Commission.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. The Village of Frankfort zoning ordinance text amendment, Article 5. A text amendment to the Village of Frankfort zoning ordinances relating to accessory uses and structures comes before the village board for formal consideration. Currently, accessory structures such as arbors, trellises, pergolas, gazebos, and pool cabanas are restricted to a maximum size of 250 feet for all residential lots. The proposed text amendment would implement a sliding scale approach, allowing the accessory structures to exceed the 250 square foot limit based on the size of the lot. The proposed amendment would allow these accessory structures to be 250 square feet or 1.7% of the area of the parcel, whichever is greater. At its January 11, 2024 meeting, the Plan Commission forwarded a unanimous 5-0 recommendation to the village board to approve the proposed text amendment. At its February 14, 2024 meeting, the Committee of the Whole reviewed the proposed text amendment and agreed with the recommendation of the Plan Commission, except for the provision regarding the maximum size of these types of accessory structures. Members recommended the proposed amendment include a provision limiting accessory structures to not exceed 500 square feet in size, rather than the recommended 1,000 square feet proposed by the Plan Commission. The proposed amendment includes a recommendation by the Committee of the Whole. The motion before us is to accept the Plan Commission and Committee of the Whole recommendations, waive the first and second readings, and pass an ordinance amending the Village of Frankfort zoning ordinance, Article 5, Section D, Parts 1 and 2, related to accessory uses and structures.
Thank you, Trustee Rossi. And for the final item from the Plan Commission and consent agenda, we'll go to trustee Burley.
Thank you, Mayor. This is the Northern Illinois Gas Company franchise agreement. A 50-year franchise agreement between the Village of Frankfort and Northern Illinois Gas Company comes before the village board for formal consideration. The agreement outlines the terms and conditions governing the construction, operation, and maintenance of a gas distribution system within the Village of Frankfort by Nicor Gas. The longstanding relationship between the village and Nicor dates back to 1926, with the most recent agreement established in July of 1972 through ordinance number 760. As part of this franchise agreement, Nicor Gas will provide a designated amount of gas up to 60,355 therms at no cost to the village. This allocation is determined based on the village's population of 20,296 according to the latest decennial census data. The motion before us tonight is to waive the first and second readings and pass an ordinance authorizing Northern Illinois Gas Company, its successors and assigns to construct, operate, and maintain a gas distributing system in and through the Village of Frankfort, Will, and Cook Counties, Illinois, for a term of 50 years beginning retroactively on January 1st, 2024.
Thank you, trustee. Those are all the items that are on the consent agenda tonight, and we have a motion and a second, so we will go to our clerk, Katie Schubert, for the vote.
Trustee Burley?
Yes.
Trustee Ledden?
Yes.
Trustee Petro?
Yes.
Trustee Rigoni?
Yes.
Trustee Rossi?
Yes.
Motion carries.
Great, thank you, clerk. The next item on here is what's called the mayor's report. Congratulations to our Hickory Creek Middle School cheer team for earning the state title in the large team routine category of the IESA 2024 Cheerleading State Championship. The Hickory Creek Middle School cheer team is scheduled to attend our upcoming village board meeting on March 4th, and we'll celebrate their exceptional achievement. I guess they scored over 90 points, I think 92.13. This is their 8th appearance and their 6th championship. So tonight they're actually before their school board being recognized there. Our next Coffee with a Cop event is scheduled for Monday, February 26th. It's from 9:30 to 11. It's at the McDonald's at 7215 West Lincoln Highway. Join members of the Frankfort Police Department for a cup of coffee and conversation. This is a great opportunity to meet the men and women who serve the Frankfort community. And there's no agenda, there's just coffee and conversation. Team Frigid Badges of Frankfort will once again be participating in the 2024 Law Enforcement Torch Run Polar Plunge on Saturday, March 2nd in Manteno to raise money for the Special Olympics for Illinois. We have Officer Riff and Kay Merer will both be hopping in the frigid water there, and thank you for your willingness to go above and beyond for a really great cause. The Frankfort Arts Association will host a Part of the Family art show from March 20th through June 20th at the Village Hall. Residents are invited to drop off a 4x6 photo of their pets to the Village Hall here, and it'll be included in the exhibit. The Arts Association also has, for their members, they have, you could have a little painting you could do. This is not a painting that we did, but just a fun gift we got of our dog, Max. We all love our pets here, so whether you have a dog, a cat, a horse, an iguana, we'd like to see, what's part of your family, and we'll display it along that hallway. That's one of the things that we've asked the Arts Association to do. You're invited to drop off a 4x6 photo right here to the Village Hall, and it'll be included in the exhibit. The drop-off deadline is March 11th, and you could visit frankfortartsassociation.org for more information, or also the Village Facebook page or our Village website at frankfortil.org. And that is all tonight for the Mayor's Report. And we'll go to our clerk, Katie Schubert, for board comments.
Thank you, Mayor Ogle. Early voting for the general primary election will start at 9:30 a.m. on Monday, March 4th, here at Village Hall. If you would like to vote early, you can do so between 9:30 and 3:30. And you can find other early voting locations and their information, including information about the library, at willcountyclerk.gov. And that's all that I had for today.
Thank you. Trustee Ledden.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I, too, would like to congratulate the Hickory Creek Middle School cheer team on their great accomplishment. I also would like to congratulate Nick Algretti and his family on their recent win of the Super Bowl. Very exciting to have a Lincoln Way East alum who does that, stepped in and took over for an injured player and started a couple games in the playoffs. And I think probably and also was injured in the Super Bowl and played through that. But probably the greatest accomplishment was to be on TV more than Taylor Swift. So, thank you.
Yes, played with a UCL injury.
Right.
Pretty amazing. Trustee Rigoni.
The only thing, Mayor, tonight, I would just like to wish my Dominic a very happy 10th birthday today.
Trustee Petro.
Thank you, Mayor. Double digits for Dom. Happy birthday. Also want to congratulate the Hickory Creek cheer team. Incredible routine and performance with the first place finish. Can't wait to see them here live at our next board meeting. Those are always very fun. Just wanted to highlight that the Park District did host a town hall last week, and if residents weren't able to attend, I believe that it was recorded as well as online is still open for feedback on the new park. So I just encourage everyone to participate and let your voice and your choices be heard. And lastly, I just wanted to wish my grandmother, Betty Hasbach, a very happy early birthday tomorrow, 91. She's been a resident of Frankfort since 1954, so 70 years and 70 years in Frankfort and 91 years young. Thank you.
Great, thank you. Trustee Borelli.
Thank you, Mayor. Well, happy birthday to Betty and to Dom. And also, I just wanted to also echo my congratulations to Hickory Creek Middle School cheer. I think they got a 92. Second place was like 87. It wasn't even close. Like they crushed it. And I think it's their 6th one in 8 years. And I'll tell you, from someone that came from a small high school, to win state in anything is super hard. Like we never even got close to making state. So just to get to state and to win state 6 times in 8 years it's truly amazing. So congratulations, girls. That's all I have, Mayor.
Thank you. Trustee Rossi.
Okay, thank you, Mayor. Just congratulations again to Hickory Creek. That's a great job. Happy birthday to young Ragoni, young Petro, and if I'm not mistaken, Chief Chalepis' son just had a birthday too?
Yes, he did yesterday.
And happy birthday to him.
Thank you.
That's all I have.
Thank you, Dan. Is there any other business to come before the board tonight? Okay. Hearing none, this is the part that's called public comment. The audience can address the village board. Is there anyone in the audience tonight who would like to address the village board? All right, hearing none, can I get a motion to adjourn the meeting? We have a motion and a second. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Meeting is adjourned. Thank you, everyone, and good night.